haven't had sleep, you haven't had water, you've been crying all night, maybe you argued, maybe you're whatever, but I want you to know something here. I have never had as much electricity running through my veins. I was standing on that stairwell over there looking at everybody, and I was like, I said to my partner, George, I said, dude, this is going to be a tough talk to get through right now, my man. But I have never had more excitement than to deliver a message to you guys here today. Never! I want you to know never! And let me tell you something. I had so many of you guys, for those of you that it's your first event, I hope that this next couple minutes really helps you break through some of the things that you're struggling with, some of the areas that are difficult for you to deal with. And I'm going to tell you more, not just mistakes that I've made, but ways that I've tried to overcome those mistakes. And maybe some of you guys can maybe take the career that took me this long, and maybe you can do it like in this much. And I'll tell you, I got to take a deep breath. Let me tell you something. I want to apologize to the leadership team of the company, first of all, okay? You guys used to lean on me, and I led you. And recently, there's many times where I leaned on you, but that's not who I am. I'm not a leaner, I'm a leader. And it's important that you understand that. And most importantly, it's important that I understand that. And I was asked today to talk about my 10 biggest mistakes, and after calling everybody and finding out I could only find 8, and that's a joke, there's about 800, but I wanted to jump into these 8 that I really thought were special. Many of the newer associates came up to me and they said, how do you speak on stage, or how do you articulate a message? And I said, I wear jackets because I sweat through my shirt every single time. I can't even wear jackets to try to show off the lack of muscles that I have because I'm going to sweat through my shirt, I'm going to get nervous. Hey Jason, how did you do this? How did you do this? How did you do this? And you know what? The more times I get questions from newer associates, the more times I realize I'm still struggling with many of the things that you're struggling with. It's just that I just keep doing it. And I just keep showing up, and I just keep getting into it. And so the first mistake that I wanted to tell you guys, number one, is when I got started in the business, and many seasons throughout my business, I didn't have trust and I had a bad attitude. How many of you guys in your business, you lack trust with the leadership team, maybe the office you're part of or something? It's okay, maybe you don't want to raise your hand right now either, but I struggled there. One of the ways that I help myself is I have many alter egos. Like if you watch the movie Split, that's like me, okay? And you could call it bipolar, tripolar, or like 23 polar. And they had 23, that was for Michael Jordan's number. Let me tell you, one of my alter egos is Batman, but Batman isn't Bruce Wayne's alter ego. Bruce Wayne is Batman's alter ego. Batman is the character, Bruce Wayne is who he acts like. It's not Bruce Wayne as the character, and Batman's how he acts like. Now, why do I say this? Because Batman didn't have a lot of trust in people either, but he used that energy and he used that dark side of it to go out there and fight crime. And that made me feel like even though I didn't trust a lot of people early on, that I could still harness that lack of trust for people, and then I could still go out there and serve people, which was very important to me. The next one is that I didn't have clarity. And I wasn't intentional. It wasn't until my 6th year in the business. This is my 30th convention. 30th. Okay, I started when I was 22 years old. I come from Southern California. I was told to get good grades, go to good school, I went to USC, I came out, all I wanted to do was retire my mom. My parents divorced when I was 2, they married each other again when I was 4, they divorced each other again when I was 6. My dad was a drug dealer. My mom became permanently disabled when I was 12. And we lived on $1,186 a month and some food stamps. And I was embarrassed to take my mom's bicycle to the grocery store, to Ralph's, and to go get food because I didn't want people to know that I used food stamps. And it was embarrassing. And I really didn't like myself for much of my life. But I'll tell you this, when I think of the Count of Monte Cristo, it was when he was locked up in that he went out there and he got intentional. And he came back, and he didn't need to hurt anybody when he came back, but he got revenge on every single person that ever freaking crossed him. And if you ever watch that, I'll just tell you that's about to happen. Number 3, I criticized and judged rather than encourage and listen. And that's a big thing, and this took me like a decade to realize, and to everybody that's ever worked with me, I know I'm very difficult. And every time I try to get away from it, I go hide in a corner, and then I look up and there I am. And it's like I can't get away from it. And so I just need to start learning how to maintain and how to break through. One of the ways that I did it, you're wondering, why does he have Gladiator right here? Because I would always think everybody was wrong to Gladiator, everybody was wrong to Maximus. But he instead used that energy, and instead of being critical, or instead of condemning, or instead of talking bad, he never said anything bad. He just said that he wanted to spend time with his family, and he said that he wanted to go to give the country and the power back to the people. And that was something that's always been important to me, but I didn't know how to articulate that. It took me 2.5 years to do my first BOM. I was not a good speaker. I was very shy. I cry all the time. You know, I get emotional. I get frustrated, and I don't care, because I used to try to hide it. And then I was like, I was like, freaking heck it. Okay, whatever you say, like just go let it rip. And every single time you try to hide back from who you really are, you're just going to end up hating yourself. And if you hate yourself, you can't love yourself. And if you can't love yourself, you can't lead people. And if you can't lead people, you feel miserable around leaders. And then you become a leader. And then you get sick and tired of who you are. And then you get messages that aren't who you really are. And then you start acting like something that you're really not acting like. And so I would look at that character and I said, well, if Maximus could freaking do it, then I could do something. So to EIB especially, for all of you guys that have dealt with me for so long, I apologize. I apologize for all the times, not for being a leader, but for criticizing or condemning or judging or any of those things. And I can still be intense and I can still be tough, but I don't have to be critical and I don't have to judge people. Why do I have this one here? The next one, I thought too highly of myself. I got away from God. And then I challenged the devil. And then I lost. Oh boy, let me tell you this. You fly too close to the sun, you're gonna burn your ass up, okay? You don't need to go through that, but why do I have Val Kilmer right here and Doc Holliday and Tombstone? Because the way I always looked at it when I got into PHP, if Patrick was Wyatt Earp, that's like the lawman, that's the leader, that's the one that takes care of everything. But even Wyatt Earp is gonna end up, and Patrick's gonna end up in a situation one day. I don't know when it's gonna happen, one day, but he's gonna go up against Johnny Ringo. And I'm gonna fight him, not Patrick. I'm gonna fight him. I wanna be like that. When they said in that movie, and I get emotional when I think about it, but when they said in that movie, they asked Doc Holliday, and he's got all this tuberculosis, and he's coughing up blood, and he's sitting there and he's fighting for Wyatt Earp, and they go, Doc, what the hell are you doing out here? He said, Wyatt Earp is my friend. And then they go, man, hell, I got lots of friends. And he said, I don't. Because I don't have lots of friends. I just have people that are everywhere, and I want to serve them the best way that I can. But I'll tell you this, I may be difficult sometimes to you guys, or I may be difficult to Patrick sometimes, but I know that there's going to be a fight. And when Johnny Ringo's there and he gets confident to go up against Patrick, there's going to come a different guy's going to come out of the shadow, and it's going to be me. And I'm going to say, look. You look like somebody just walked all over your grave. And then he goes, the fight's not with you, Holiday. And he says, oh, I beg to differ. We started a fight, we never finished. He goes, I was just playing about that. I wasn't. I have played that scene in my head so many freaking times, I can't wait for it to happen. I allowed people to tell me who I was. I got Jason Bourne right here, and Jason Bourne didn't know who he was, but he was a lethal assassin, and he didn't know it. He didn't know why he knew things and why he could feel things, and he didn't understand. He had superpowers. He didn't understand, and he had to figure it out. But everybody would tell him something different. The government would tell him this, and somebody would tell him this. But you want to know something? I had to realize I have to know who I am, and just like you have to know who you are. I am excellence in building. I am excellence in building. I don't represent a team name. That's not like a jersey. What? I am excellence in building. I'm not PIB, perfect in building. I am excellence in building. And excellence takes a long time. And I'm okay with how long it's going to take, and we're going to keep going. I didn't trust myself when I should have. I didn't trust myself. God's equipped you, and God made you to be a certain way, and God doesn't make mistakes, although we do. And so if we make mistakes constantly, just know that your maker didn't make a mistake. So whether you are the way that you are, that was on purpose. You being here today, that was on purpose. And so I had to understand that I'm here for a reason, on purpose. Right there, that's Tony Stark. That's Harley Quinn. My wife over there, Natalie Graziani, that's my Harley Quinn. Now I know it's Harley Quinn, but she's Harley Quinn, okay? And that's my Harley Quinn. And when I tell you this, God's blessed me with a great upline, great sidelines, great downlines, and a most amazing family in the planet. And I married a single mom, and now I have a parents-in-law that don't speak English, so now my house, it's like mostly Spanish speaking, and so my company and my house took over. You know what I mean? It's like, damn. So it's like I wear the Mexico jersey at home, and the United States doesn't even score a goal in the game, and I was speak Spanish about America in my house. And I was like, oh, I had to deal with TGA, and now I'm going to deal with her. Oh my God, I can't get away from these suckers. Okay? But I'll tell you this, I'm fired up. I'm fired up about it. I'm fired up about it. Next one, I let go of high standards. I let go of high standards. My daughter, Crystal, she turns 13 this Saturday, okay? And I didn't even get the cute years. I gotta go right into teenager. You know what I mean? Right into teenager. I've had 2 Father's Day. I've known Natalie for 2.5 years. We're about to have our 3-year where we met each other. And I'll tell you this, why did I bring up Crystal? She walked in my bedroom, and it was when Tiger Woods just won the Masters. And she sees me crying, and she goes, Daddy, I never seen you cry before. And she goes, why are you crying? And I'm looking at Tiger Woods, and I'm looking at a broken 42-year-old guy, broken body, but not broken mind. Broken body, not broken mind. He may have been destroyed on social media. He may have been destroyed by his partners. But he went out there and beat all the 27-year-olds in his prime, and that gave me motivation. That gave me motivation. That gave me inspiration. And I love Tiger Woods. I love Kobe Bryant. I love these guys. And I have to live kind of through them to make sure that, remember, this is a mistake. I let go of high standards. How did I deal with the mistake? Is that I saw alter egos and I saw characters, and even though that maybe like some of them are fictitious and some of them are real, it's whatever you have in your head is what it is. Next one, guys, is I put my goal before the finish line. I'm sorry, I put my goal before the finish line. Why do I have a picture right here of Natalie and I and then President Reagan? Because many times I overly judge myself for lack of success or lack of performance when the finish line hadn't even happened yet. It hadn't even happened yet. In other words, like, I'm going to be the 50th president of the United States of America, and I'm going to win all 50 states. And that's what I am. That's what I'm going to do. I just want you to know that that's the entire reason that I'm here. That is the number one reason that I'm here. I want to be the president of the United States of America. In 1984, he won 49 states, and he was a Democrat to a Republican, an actor that turned into a politician, and he's known as the great communicator. I want to be known as the greatest communicator. That's what I want to be known as. Speaking of putting a goal before a finish line, let's talk about this for our last couple minutes. Right now, our CEO's vision is 500,000 licensed agents in 20 years. And earlier, LJ kicked us off nicely today, and he said, y'all are celebrating. Y'all are talking about, let me put it in perspective in our last couple minutes here. We're at halftime, and we are at 2% of the goal. Two. But I want to sell you the dream. The compounding effect of doubling and doubling and doubling, we're exactly on track. So for every one of you guys that feel like, I wish I was here earlier, I wish I was here then, I wish I got equity then, your code number is going to pay you more in PHP than any of our equity is going to pay us. And don't you dare think for a second that because you felt like you were behind the 8 ball, we're only at 2% right now. Let's put that in perspective. What's 2%? 2%, the average human head, okay, has approximately 120 square inches and 100,000 hair follicles. So you know what 2% is? 2% is like that, okay? That's if it looks like that. Now let's give you another perspective. The normal adult mouth has 32 teeth. 32 teeth. You know what 2% is? 2% is like PHP looks like that. That's what PHP looks like right now. In other words, for everybody that thinks something's done or did something said or something like that, you have no freaking clue what's about to take place. We filmed a Mirage with 10,000 people, but we started South Point Hotel with 200-300 people. And George Palau got me into that event, and I was a guest, and I ended up coming on board the business, and I'm forever grateful for George Palau for giving me that opportunity. Well, I'll tell you something, what are we going to look like in 2029?